Thank you for coming here on this very beautiful DC summer night. We were afraid maybe we would have a thunderstorm or something else, but no, this turned out to be a great night. And thank you for coming to this beautiful spot on Embassy Row. Story has it that everybody else was moving out here, and the Danes, as always, were falling behind. But then we had an ambassador one time who decided, well, maybe we should sort of prepare for this. And he actually persuaded Dumbarton Oaks Park to buy a little bit of the park. And when my ministry was ready, he sold this place to the ministry. And this led to the fact that we have this embassy, which is now 55 years old. So we have a bit of a challenge meeting all the targets that we have to meet in order to get greener. So that's my excuse for talking a little bit about, we are actually not doing so well in DC. We're still trying to up our game, as you did in soccer this afternoon. Congratulations. But instead of doing it only in DC, we actually have a plan in the government to be the first country in the world with a plan at least to become totally carbon fuel free by 2050. And the government has actually mapped out how we get there so that we have set targets all the way there. This will mean that we'll have targets for renewables and so forth, and we are on track to actually meeting that goal. So therefore, we think that we need to do something at the national level. As you have heard before, we have pushed a lot on the global level, but we think it's also necessary to do something at a very local level, and cities are among the most important partners in this fight against climate change. And therefore, we very much wanted to support this event and the fact that the mayor and DC, together with State Department, has partnered to move on this agenda. And this is the 5th time that we actually have this Green Embassies Forum meeting. And when we were asked, would we like to join in celebrating and also celebrating the award winners, and I congratulate them in advance, then I had no doubt in my mind, of course, we wanted to do that. But I won't go further, except I promise that we will try to up our game and green our embassy, and we will partner with the forum in order to get inspiration from other embassies here and try to see if we can, if not put a windmill up here from Vestas that could sort of do the trick. I'm not sure the neighbors would love that. We always have these discussions. I'll have to talk to the mayor about this. But many other places and ways to move forward on this green agenda. But without further ado, I would like to introduce you to Assistant Secretary Joyce A. Barr, standing in for Undersecretary Kennedy, who will introduce the mayor. Thank you for coming.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 5th Annual Sustainability Awards Ceremony. On behalf of the Department of State and the DC Greening Embassies Forum, I want to thank our host, Ambassador Peter Taksoe-Jensen, and the Embassy of Denmark. And I also would like to thank His Honor, Vincent Gray, Mayor of Washington, who will be presenting the annual Mayor's Sustainability Awards in just a few moments. And of course, it is wonderful to see all of our guests, including ambassadors from the diplomatic community of Washington, other members of the DC Greening Embassies Forum, and leaders of sustainability in DC. Tonight, we celebrate the progress towards our goal to make DC a greener, more sustainable city. These awards thank and recognize the companies, embassies, NGOs, and individuals that have led the way. I am here on behalf of the DC Greening Embassies Forum, a collection of 77 embassies and local entities that have signed a sustainability pledge to contribute to making DC the greenest city in the nation. Members of the Embassies Forum are environmental and eco-diplomacy leaders, going above and beyond to incorporate sustainable practices into their operations and diplomatic outreach. The Embassy of France, for example, installed a 10,000 square foot green roof at their embassy to help reduce their carbon footprint, energy use, and stormwater runoff. The Australian Embassy has been working to reduce their energy use through smart programming of their HVAC systems and installing motion sensor lights and efficient water fixtures. Through a mobile application based on psychological studies, the Embassy of Greece is running a pilot that aims to change overall energy consumption behavior of their entire staff. Mayor Gray and his goals for D.C. helped inspire the creation of the forum's pledge, and he has been a trailblazer for this forum ever since. We appreciated his dedication at the beginning, and we are thrilled to have his and the district's continuing support. The forum provides a platform for our countries, businesses, and institutions to learn from each other. Denmark, our host country tonight, has set an example by making their capital of Copenhagen the first carbon-neutral capital in the world. The State Department's relationships with foreign governments have greatly helped us to reduce our environmental footprint. I am happy to announce that we have already reached our domestic carbon emissions reduction target for 2020, 6 years ahead of schedule. Meanwhile, around the world, our embassies seek to use their operations to help their host cities, whether by purchasing supplies from local and sustainable businesses, treating wastewater through on-site wetlands, reducing their energy use, or installing renewable energy. Back here at home, thanks to the Sustainable DC Plan and hard-working businesses, embassies, and nonprofits, DC has become a more livable, greener city, even as the population of the city booms. Lower carbon transportation options are spreading rapidly. Residents and visitors can travel the breadth of the city through dedicated bicycle lanes. Streetcars are under construction in parts of the district. The British Embassy has contributed to this effort by installing bike racks and carpooling parking spaces on their compound to help reduce the carbon footprint of commuting. As members of the D.C. Greening Embassies Forum and as residents of the District of Columbia and the entire metropolitan area, we can all work together to further our efforts to reduce our environmental footprints. We hope to continue receiving pledges from the members of the diplomatic community and to grow the forum as a place to share best practices, develop innovative programs and projects, and support our global community in efforts to become greener. And so today, we recognize a new group of leaders who are committed to better greener living in D.C. and the surrounding communities throughout the metropolitan area. Thank you for your time and for attending this event. And now, for the presentation of the awards, I'm honored to present the Mayor of the District of Columbia, His Honor Vincent Gray. Thank you.
Mr. Ambassador, thank you very much for having us tonight. We appreciate that. You've been very gracious in being supportive of our sustainability goals and supportive of the District of Columbia. We really appreciate that relationship. So if we build our soccer stadium, by the way, it will be sustainable, it will be green, it will be healthy, and it will be all the things that we are aspiring to be in the District of Columbia. And we had a good hearing today. We hope that this is just the beginning of a process that will end very soon, a commitment to build a soccer stadium in the District of Columbia. By the way, you know, the DC United is in first place. Yeah. And I sure hope the heck they stay there right now, because that'll help to reinforce what we're trying to do. But we had a great turnout today of people in order to support the soccer stadium, and we look forward to that enthusiasm and that energy continuing in order to be able to move forward. You have a nice house here, Mr. Ambassador. It's very nice. I could probably be okay. I figured out how to, to make it. Yeah. In any event, we really appreciate being here. I think just last week we had some staff that were in Copenhagen working with the folks from Denmark to be able to address the continuing challenge of global climate change, which continues to be a challenge. Feels like we're challenged out here tonight also with global climate heat. The city of Copenhagen, as well as a range of Danish companies, are proving, I think, that the shift to greener and more sustainable practices actually can spur economic growth. And one of the things that we've been able to do in the city is now convert our own efforts into a number of jobs in the District of Columbia. It's funny that people didn't know, what green jobs were just a few years ago, and I think people are beginning to figure that out. A green plumber, a green electrician, and a green lots of things. And I don't think it's all that complicated, but people are starting to figure it out. And we now are working, by the way, in our training programs in the city, and we will be opening in August, restoring, I should say, what we used to call vocational education to the District of Columbia schools. We'll open 9 academies, and being able to train some of our young people in those career and technical education endeavors for green jobs will be very much a part of that effort. So we are creating green jobs. We're creating opportunities for our young people to be able to get those jobs, and this is just yet another step in that direction. I understand that Copenhagen is growing by about 1,000 residents a month. We are too, 1,000 to 11. We are really 1,000 to 1,100 people a month. It wasn't that long ago when we were hovering around 500,000 people. We are now at 647,000 people in the District of Columbia. And if I might make my political statement, we are larger than the state of Vermont in terms of population. Larger than the state of Wyoming. And we're now starting to come for Delaware. We'll be after them shortly. And you know what that argues for, don't you? It argues for people to finally understand and accept that the District of Columbia should no longer be the District of Columbia. It should be the 51st state and the state of New Columbia, ladies and gentlemen. In any event, nobody came to hear me make a keynote speech tonight. You came to be able to be a part of an awards ceremony. We're going to present 10 awards to companies, to individuals, to foreign missions, embassies, for their outstanding commitment to sustainability here in the District of Columbia. There'll be 7 Mayor's Awards that will be given out. There'll be an award given for the Energy Star Award, and we're also going to give awards to 2 embassies. And Secretary Barr, you mentioned, I think, our 2 award winners there tonight, so I'm sure they won't mind redundancy in this since they're getting an award. So, with that having been said, I'm going to move to our first awardee, which is Ackridge. And Ackridge, by the way, is working very closely with us on the soccer stadium. They actually own some of the land down in Buzzard Point. What a great name, right? Buzzard Point. Assuming we build a soccer stadium, even if we don't, we need to find a new name for that area of the city. What a terrible name. I mean, when you hear Buzzard, don't you think something hovering around over top of something that has died? So we ought to be able to find a new name for that. Anyway, Ackridge has been a great friend of the District of Columbia. Their sustainability initiative ensures that environmentally responsible practices are effectively incorporated into their buildings and corporate operations to reduce the environmental footprint. Smart company practices manage energy much more effectively, as we know. And Ackridge helped us to certify 36 LEED projects in the city, 26 Energy Star benchmarked buildings in their portfolio. And so, to Ackridge, a great corporate citizen in the District of Columbia, thank you very much, and we're proud to present you a Mayor's Sustainability Award here in 2014. Anybody know what that is?
White out, snow out.
The snow owl. Thank you very much. Somebody said the white owl. I said, yeah, right. We could have figured that one out, right? Anyway, we want to thank you all very much for Akridge for doing so much for the District of Columbia. Our sustainability plan, by the way, has 143 initiatives in it. They're being managed through our Department of the Environment. They've now been embedded, if you will, into the performance plans of many of our agencies. Some of them already have been completed, even though it's a 20-year plan. And we are excited about the fact that not only, I think, will those 143 initiatives be fulfilled, but we'll be adding more as it goes on in our commitment to sustainability. So, Akridge, thank you all very much. You want to say a couple of words? 1, 2.
Thank you. Take a picture. Thank you. Thank you for your support, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Serious, you want to say something?
Thank you very much.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you. In the interest of spirit of brevity being a virtue, our next award goes to City Blossoms. City Blossoms has now developed 34 green spaces throughout the District of Columbia and served more than 9,500 children and youth through in-school, after-school, and summer projects. City Blossoms is collaborating on more than 20 partner gardens at schools and community-based organizations and 2 community green spaces that provide more than 1,300 hours of free and affordable activities engaging young people and volunteers. I want to thank them for their leadership, and congratulations, City Blossoms.
From all of us at City Blossoms and the over almost 10,000 children we've worked with, thank you all tonight.
Thank you. Congratulations. All right, the next award goes to the Farmers Restaurant Group. You all didn't know that we had farms in the District of Columbia, did you? In fact, we do, and we're going to have more to produce as much organic food as we possibly can. The farm restaurants are certified green restaurants as recognized by the Green Restaurant Association for eco-friendly operations. These measures include front of the house and back of the house recycling and composting, high efficiency water and energy usage, and using recycled paper products whenever possible. Their restaurants serve excellent, locally sourced food, and the group is recognized as a leader in promoting local food menus. So in addition to giving them our expression of appreciation tonight, we invite you to go to their restaurants also and eat. So please join me in saying thank you and expressing our gratitude to the Farmers Restaurant Group.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
I was waiting with bated breath.
You need a reservation?
Yeah.
Let us know.
Okay.
No, on behalf of the North Dakota Farmers Union, who actually owns the restaurants, we appreciate the patronage, we appreciate the support, and look forward to seeing everyone in our restaurants. We're opening in Tyson's in the fall. Thank you.
Tyson's. Which ward of the District of Columbia is that in? We call that Ward 9 or 10. Our first individual awardee tonight is, I hope I pronounced this correctly, Fulya Kochak. Did I get that right? Oh, was it close to right? That's perfect. Okay, I hope I didn't run her off with the mispronunciation of her name. Anyway, Ms. Kochak is a tireless volunteer, a staunch supporter of the Sustainable DC Plan. She chairs the local chapter of the U.S. Green Building Council. As a member of the District Green Technical Advisory Group, she's dedicated countless hours to help implement the city's first green construction codes. And by the way, I think we may be the first in the nation to have done that. We got an award, by the way, just last week from the U.S. Conference of Mayors for the work that's been done on sustainability. It really was a proud moment for me to be able to accept that award on behalf of the people of the District of Columbia. And so we're proud to honor Ms. Kochak tonight. I guess we have her surrogate here, right? Okay. There you go. You know, that's what they call polite applause everywhere I go. Come on, man. You know, these are sterling accomplishments. Give it up. Come on.
Thank you very much.
Okay, you want to say a word on behalf?
Thank you. Yeah, just thank you on behalf of Folia and Clark Construction, and we look forward to continuing to support these initiatives. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Our next individual awardee is Jimmy Edgerton. His passions for environmental sustainability and community development are truly noteworthy. From starting a healthy snack company to mentoring startup companies on how to become more sustainable, he has placed green at the core of all of his professional work and community service. Mr. Edgerton, for your relentless pursuit to bridge the gap between economic development and healthy and sustainable living, we want to thank you for your vision and for empowering others, and we're proud to present you with one of our sustainability awards tonight. Thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I would also like to present you with a chickpea snack from Two Armadillos.
All right.
As a small token of how small businesses can really help promote a public health agenda, but be a for-profit as well.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Pretty well done, man.
Appreciate it.
Our next awardee is ProFish. Will I get it? Will I get a fish? ProFish is a district-based leader in sustainable seafood. Sustainability, of course, is at the core of their business, from purchasing sustainably managed harvests to combating invasive species like snakeheads to creating one of the most advanced traceability programs in the industry. ProFish is working to improve products and the environment they rely upon. They also are involved in greening operations with systems that reduce waste, drawing from renewable solar energy and promoting conversion of waste to fertilizer. So please join me in saying thank you, ProFish. That's a lot better, but not quite good enough, guys. Come on now.
We'd just like to say that ProFish is proud to be a community member of Washington, D.C., and thrilled to follow the excellent leadership of this great mayor that we've had, and we're very honored to be included in this. Thank you very much, Mayor Gray. Thank you.
Our seventh and final Mayor Sustainability Award goes to Solar Solution. Solar Solution is one of the leading installers of solar power for homes and businesses. Solar Solution is providing clean, reliable, and efficient energy to power homes and businesses. Last year, the company put at least 5,000 solar renewable energy credits into circulation. I hope everybody knows what that is, because that's pretty important, while saving residents $29,000 with no out-of-pocket cost from the homeowners. And this has resulted in more money going into our local businesses and, of course, into the city's green economy. Please join me in saying thank you and congratulations, Solar Solutions.
Thank you.
Okay. You're welcome. Thank you. Yeah, I'll hold it to you. Say a word.
Just want to say thank you so much, Mayor, for having us out here, and it's a great honor and pleasure to be awarded this wonderful award. Sorry. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
We very much enjoy awarding these awards. Thank you very much, and thank you so much for the work that you do. Our next category is the district's highest rated Energy Star Certified Building Award. I think you know that the District of Columbia is a national leader in Energy Star buildings and was the first city in the nation to require large buildings to renew and report their energy and water performance. This year we recognize the highest performing building, which is the Paramount Group, for 425 I Street Northwest. They got a score of 97. And you're wondering, what does that mean, a score of 97? It means that they performed better from a sustainability perspective, performed better than 97% of the buildings in the District of Columbia. And what a role model you all have become. You have replaced the mechanical and plumbing systems and windows and interior spaces and done all the things that we hope so many others will do in order to be able to achieve the level of excellence that you all have. That work is saving about $250,000 a year, I think, and that is absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal for you and phenomenal for the energy savings accruing to the District of Columbia. So congratulations to the Paramount Group, and we're glad to be able to present this award to you tonight.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. There you go.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Ambassador, for allowing us to come tonight. I have to tell you, we're basically a New York firm. We now have 2 million feet of office space in the district. We're very proud to be part of the district's family. And I'd like to be remiss if I didn't recognize Tracy Duffin and John Bates, who are the people that really made all this happen. Thank you. Thank you, Mayor.
New York-based firm today, district-based firm tomorrow. We're going after anything that's not nailed down. We really are. That's right, exactly right. With the claw, getting ready to pull that nail out. We really are quite proud of our city and the things going on in the city. We were talking about restaurants yesterday, and I went to, in one day, I went to 3 ribbon cuttings in Shaw, and then just a couple of months after that, I went to 5 ribbon cuttings for new restaurants in Shaw, and then just 2 or 3 months ago, I went to 7 ribbon cuttings in one day in Shaw. That is 15 ribbon cuttings for new restaurants in one area of the city. And that just, I think, bespeaks the reality of what's going on in this city and the fact that it is the place to be. And if I sound like I'm bragging about the city, I sure am, because I've been in the city all my life, and I've heard so many days when people talk bad about the District of Columbia. Well, that day is over, you all. I'm not going to talk bad about somebody else, but I'm not going to stand around and let somebody talk bad about my city either. So we're very proud of the District of Columbia. Our final 2 awards are presented as part of the D.C. Greening Embassies Forum. And the first award goes to the Embassy of France. They've garnered special recognition this year for their inspiring partnership with the community. In coordination with the district government, and you heard Secretary Barr speak to some of this earlier, in coordination with the district government, the embassy installed a 10,000 square foot green roof to help reduce air pollution, and urban heat, and to manage and filter storm water. At the same time, their living roof provides an avenue for educational outreach to visitors from across the city, across the United States, and of course from abroad. And by the way, we're installing green roofs in most of our schools now too. I was at Dunbar High School, where we now have a solar roof there. So it's becoming standard fare and becoming institutionalized as one of the practices that we are following. So we are pleased. Please join me in saying thank you to the Embassy of France for the great work that they have done to be able to further our purposes in terms of sustainability.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. So Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor and Mr. Ambassador. Award for Paramount, you have to be very careful because we are Energy Star and we're 92, so we maybe will go to 98 next year, so be careful. We just not get the award for next year.
We are very happy also to have profited of the programs of the city, which helped us save a lot of money and help save the planet as well.
Thank you very much.
Thanks,
All
Mr.
right.
Mayor. And we go this way.
Thank you very much. French based today, DC based tomorrow. It's also an honor for me to recognize the Embassy of Australia through an aggressive series of upgrades, including reprogramming mechanical systems, installing motion sensor lights and efficient water fixtures, and replacing boilers, air conditioning units, and pumps with more efficient technology. The Australian Embassy made great strides this year to reduce their energy use. So please join me in saying thank you and congratulations to the Embassy of Australia.
Thank you very much, Mayor.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mayor. Look, I just wanted to say thank you again. Also, all the work and collaboration with Landon Van Dyke from the State Department and the other embassies and his team, and of course through the DC government. But we love it here in DC, and it's a great city, and anything we can do to support the community in this initiative is certainly what we're a part of here. So thank you again.
Australia based today. I want to thank you all very much for coming out and being a part of this. I want to thank Mr. Ambassador once again, you, for hosting this, and for not just hosting the event, but for being a great partner and being a great supporter of sustainability. It is really a pleasure to work with someone who has that kind of commitment and demonstrates the kinds of principles that we adhere to as close as we can here in the District of Columbia. To see it happening in Denmark, and especially in a city that is not completely unlike ours, in Copenhagen, it really is a source of great pride to us. So how about another big hand for the Embassy of Denmark and for the city of Copenhagen?